This is Derrick Hayes here live with an exclusive Derrick interview with Darnell Morgan. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, sir. How are you?
Oh man, like I tell people all the time, every day is great in the Peach State. Now, tell us a little bit about what you do and how people can reach out to you before we get into this interview.
Okay, so pretty much what I do is I'm a business consultant. I started off as a registered nurse, and I very quickly learned the ropes in nursing. But one thing that I was more interested in was the business side of things. And once I learned the business side of nursing, I branched away from nursing and I started to consult with different hospitals and different healthcare organizations, and I eventually got into consulting with different types of businesses that may have done work with the hospital. So I could work with Medicare providers, or I could work with vendors for prescription drugs and things like that. And then after I learned those ropes and everything, I decided to branch out again and decided to work with more private clients. So
Okay.
I'm working actually right now with an IT company that provides Medicare and Medicaid services to patients, and it keeps it all electronically. And that's one of my biggest things is healthcare IT and bridging the gaps between what we used to do versus what we have to do. And so that's pretty much where I'm at right now.
Okay, that's a blessing. That's a blessing. How can people? Do you have a website that people go to, or how can people reach out to you?
Yes, sir. I can be reached at darnellmorgan.net, www.darnellmorgan.net is where they can reach me, and I'm very acceptable through there.
Okay. And the D in my name is for dream. You mentioned a lot of stuff that you're doing, but what is your dream for the future?
My dream for the future is to pretty much bring multiple industries together to be able to do work together, because we always have different types of industries. Like I said previously, I worked in healthcare, but now I'm working in IT. But I can also work in car sales. I can also work in medical sales. I can also work in business to business sales and business to business marketing. And when you bridge all of those different gaps together, you can make a dynamic company. You can make a dynamic group. And I think that that's where our a lot of our focus is going, because gone is the day where it was just a nurse or a doctor that was running the hospital. Now we're looking at the CEO of Home Depot to come in and run our hospital pretty much the same way. And so when you bridge those different industries together and you create something bigger and better, I mean, it just makes the consumer more happy in my mind.
Right. That's a great thought. The E is for education. How's education helped you?
Wow, education is the basis of everything that I've done and everything that I continue to do. Education for me started off really rough through high school. I was not a star student in high school. I was I was a bad student, put it that way. But eventually, I realized, hey, as I get older, I can't be this person anymore. And when I eventually graduated and went to college and everything, things kind of turned around for me because I saw a difference in the way things were going, how things were occurring. So, but education is definitely the basis of everything that I'm doing. I currently hold 2 bachelor's degrees. I have a master's in healthcare administration, and I'm currently at George Washington University, completing all the degree requirements for a doctorate of nursing practice with the focus in nursing leadership.
Dr. Morgan, Dr. Morgan. Hey,
Exactly. It
got
sounds
a great
really
sign.
good, but
Dr.
it
D.
is going to take some work. It's definitely going to take some work to get to Dr. Morgan, but eventually I will be Dr. Morgan.
Hey, Dr. J got to get out the way for Dr. D. Hey, the R's for resource. What resource does Darnell Morgan bring to the table that makes you stand out or unique?
My number one resource is the fact that I'm able to connect with just about anybody in the industry. I can connect with CEOs as well as I can connect with the worker bees that are on the ground. But when it comes to resources, it's just you have to encompass everything that you do, and you have to put your best foot forward every single time you step out. And even if you don't put your best foot forward, if you shoot for the moon and miss, at least you'll be amongst the stars. And I've
Hey,
always thought that way. So
hey, that's a
if I'm
blessing.
going out and I don't have this exactly, I don't have this or I don't have that, I at least have 2 out of the 3, and I can, talk to the client and say, this is the way we're going to go, and you just have to build that confidence and that value with your client.
Yes, sir. The next R is for ready. When did you know you're ready for what you're doing now?
When did I know I was ready for what I'm doing?
Yes, sir.
Some days go by and I don't even know if I'm ready.
Hey,
I just go at it. I'm a go-getter, so I just jump right out there. I have all the tools and I have all the resources that I feel as though that I'm going to need, and I just take it and run with it from there. I mean, I'm also in the military, and one thing that they train us in the military is take everything that you got, because if you don't take everything that you got, you might miss something along the way. And I just take that as a personal thing. I just say, I just got to, like I said previously, I have to bring my all whenever I do anything.
Yes, sir. Hey, that's a blessing. The I in my name's for individuals. Is there at least one individual that you can name that others should learn more about, and why?
If there's an individual that I should name, yes. There's one individual. Her name is Deacon Julia Humble. Deacon Julia Humble's passed this past February, and she was a deacon at my church, and she was also a freedom rider. But she wasn't the type of freedom rider that took mess. She was like a freedom rider that fought back. She went to jail with Martin Luther King. She went to jail with all the other greats and everything because she actually decided she wanted to fight back. But when Deacon Humbles, eventually got a little older, she started to give back to her community, and she gave back without looking for anything in return. And that's what I try to do whenever I'm giving back to the community, is because the community has given me so much throughout the years, and I feel like I'm indebted to my community to give back. And that was always her thing, is no matter what you do, you got to give back. You move to another state, you find a chapter and start giving back, because that's the only way that you're going to make it to the next level. That's the only way that you're going to live a happy and fruitful life.
Hey, I appreciate that, man, because I always look back on history, man, and try to learn something. So I appreciate that. The C is for challenges. What is a challenge that you have faced that others can learn from?
A lot of challenges that I face is the fact that, one, and I'm not trying to sound cliche, is that I am a black male.
Right.
I'm a black male. I'm tall. I'm dark. And when they see me coming, there's an immediate intimidation. But when they start speaking to me and they realize, okay, he actually knows exactly what he's talking about. This is the guy that we need to move forward with. Then we can get to business. But that immediate challenge is something I can't ever change that. I can't change the perception that people are going to have of me. When they hear my name, they see my resume, they see my website, they don't see my face immediately.
Right.
They're expecting, I don't know exactly what they're expecting, but when I no matter, it happens every single time I go on a new project or I'm consulting with a new client and we're meeting other clients, I get this look like, oh man, here comes this big black guy. But this big black guy is coming to take you to the next level. And
right.
I'm going to use the same intimidation. I'm going to turn it around into something positive, because if I have to consult with one of your clients or have to consult with one of your vendors, I come at it full force.
Yes, sir.
I don't use my intimidation to get what I want, but it does help. It does definitely help.
Okay. And the K is for keys to success. What are some keys to success that you could leave for others?
Keys to success. You must have education. You must have a great educational foundation. I'm not saying that everyone has to go out and get a master's degree. Everyone doesn't have to go out and obtain a bachelor's degree. But you still need some education in what it is that you're doing, because you will get asked questions. You will get hit from the left and the right, people challenging you on your knowledge. And education is power. So once you have education, then you have the power to do what it is that you want to do. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. And even if someone takes something from you, they can never take away your education. Another key to success is being humble. There's been plenty of times where I just thought that I was at the top of my game. I thought that I was everything that everybody wanted me to be. And then I had to take an audit of myself, and I had to look at myself in the mirror and say, you know what? You're not everything that you think you are.
Right.
And you need to calm down. You need to bring it back a little bit.
Right.
So being humble
There you go.
You're not always going to get a signature at the bottom of on the signature line. You're not always going to get the deal that you expected to get. You're not always going to get into the program that you expected to get in. You're not always going to get a lot of things. But what makes people dynamic is the way they persevere and they overcome and they come through whatever situation it is that they're going through. And I would think another key to success would be patience.
Okay.
Nothing comes overnight. Nothing comes easy. Nothing comes free. You have to be willing to invest all of those things, late nights, early mornings. You have to be able to invest, capital into what it is that you want to do. Because if you can't invest into yourself, why do you think someone else will want to invest in you? And I tell clients that all the time. You want to bring on consultants to do this project that have no experience because you can pay them half of what you would pay an actual consultant. But why would you do that? Because then you will have to pay another consultant double to come back and fix their problems and issues and fix your issues and fix your problems. So patience is a virtue. Absolutely.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you, man, sitting down with me, talking with me through the DERRICK interview. Before we go, is there anything else that you'd like to let others know?
Just live, love, and laugh. Because we do so much throughout the day. We have so many things coming at us left and right, but you gotta work hard. You have to play hard as well too.
You say live, love, and laugh.
Live, love, and laugh.
And your other L, because you talked about education, you got to throw learn in there.
Live, love, laugh, and learn. Because every situation you can learn.
Yeah.
I'm learning right now, talking to you. I can walk down the street and learn something completely different because education never stops.
Yes, sir. And give us the website once again.
www.darnellmorgan.net.
This is Darnell Morgan, Derrick Hayes, the exclusive DERRICK interview where we promote you and everything you're trying to do. I told people a few years ago when I started this, I'll interview the biggest names in the game. And Darnell Morgan, you're one of the biggest names in the game. And I thank you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
All right, man. God bless, man.